Welcome to What's Cooking in the Low Country. Today we are at the beautiful Omni Resort on Hilton Head Island, and I'm standing in the kitchen at HH Prime. I'm joined today with Chef Hayden Haddix. Chef, thanks so much for having us here today.
Absolutely, I'm excited you're here.
Yeah, well, you were talking to me a little bit before we started rolling, and you are new to the area.
I am. I've been here maybe 6 weeks now. So I moved here from the Nashville area, so
very nice.
Actually just south in Franklin, Tennessee.
Okay.
And so this is my first Omni property. I'm excited to be here.
Very nice. Well, tell us a little bit about your background in the culinary arts.
Well, I was born and raised in Toledo, Ohio, and I went to school in Daytona Beach, Florida at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. And I found myself cooking for the fraternity more than I was actually flying. And so I had to pay some bills, so I went and got a job at the Hilton Oceanfront Resort.
Okay.
And within 3 months, I became a sous chef there, went to culinary school, and since I've been in the middle of Illinois, in Bloomington, Normal area. Done a little bit of time in the New Orleans area.
Wow.
And then now I've transitioned to Nashville and here.
Very nice, extensive resume. You know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Well, tell us, we've got a lot to cover here today. Tell us a little bit about the first dish that you're going to be cooking.
Well, Omni right now is running a promotion. It's the flavors of Spain.
Okay.
And so the company sent all the food and beverage directors over to Spain, in the Rioja area, and they actually tasted the wine and understood the region and actually lived the culture.
Oh, wow.
And then we came back and the culinary team at Omni built this menu. So the first dish we're going to do is a tempranillo braised beef short rib, and we're going to serve it over a tortilla española.
Very nice.
Yeah, so
I'm excited.
Yeah, when I think tortilla chips or fajitas.
Yes.
This is actually something very different. It's an omelet that's made with potatoes and onions. It's very similar to an omelet, so we'll get to that in a little bit.
All right, sounds great. We'll start us off here.
Absolutely. First thing I'm going to do is get our pan good and hot.
Okay.
And we've already braised these short ribs. They braise for about 12 hours. So we actually get them in a pan screaming hot.
Okay.
We sear them off, and then we put them with some carrots, onions, a little bit of celery, and then some wine and some beef stock, and they cook overnight. So the short rib's actually already done.
What type of seasonings do you use for the short rib?
Keep it simple. We want those beef flavors, so we keep salt, garlic, pepper. That's about it.
Okay. Now, is that the traditional Spain flavors, or is it
that's just a traditional way of braising beef. Yeah.
So get it screaming hot.
Screaming hot. And we just want to get a little sear on there.
Okay. Now, what seasonings are we using? You said a little bit of garlic, some salt.
Some black pepper.
Black pepper.
That's it.
Very simple.
Very simple.
Good.
Absolutely. Again, we want the beef flavors
You want to
shine.
taste that beef.
Correct.
And what kind of wine would pair good with?
A strong red.
Okay.
We're actually going to deglaze. We've got a Tempranillo wine. You might want to back up a little bit. This might scream at us.
Very hot.
Yes, very hot pan. And then we actually took some of the cooking liquid and we've reduced it.
Okay.
And I've hit it with a little bit of butter. And that's where you're going to get a lot of your shimmer from.
Oh, very nice.
And then we're going to take this and put it in an oven. And we just want that to come on, back up the temperature, bring it through. And we actually have a dish that's already been finished.
Now, is putting butter in it, is that a traditional Spain?
Not a traditional Spain thing. The good Spanish olive oil is huge in Spain.
Okay.
I like the butter just because it gives it a shimmer and it gives it a little bit more of that elegance.
Glossy, yeah. Very pretty.
Absolutely. So we've already got our tortilla española made.
Okay.
And again, it's like an omelet. You can see it's got your layers of potatoes and onions, and it's eggs, and you shake the pan very vigorously, and then you flop it onto a plate, transfer the plate back into the pan.
Wow.
You have your tortilla. Absolutely.
That looks delicious.
Yes. So grab our tongs.
Okay.
And we're going to take the short rib, put it right on top.
Beautiful.
Finish with some of this sauce.
And you said that pairs with a good strong red.
Absolutely. And in fact, right here I have an Inspiración. Again, it's a very, very tasty wine. Our food and beverage director, Jeff, this was actually his favorite wine when he was over there tasting.
I have to taste it.
Absolutely. And I'm going to take some more of that really, really good Spanish olive oil. Toss it with our arugula and a little bit of salt.
And arugula, it's got a little peppery.
Got a little peppery bite.
Okay.
So it really goes nice with this dish because you've got the savory right there with the short rib. And this is going to give it a really fresh bite.
Oh, very nice. That looks delicious. Gorgeous.
There you have it. There's our braised beef short rib.
Can you zoom in on that and get a nice shot? Beautiful. Very nice. And this is only one of the featured dishes that's on the Discover Rioja, Spain.
Rioja, Spain. Yeah, it's in the northern part of Spain. We also have a large, it's called pinchos, which is like a tapas. Large tapas selection you can get at the bar, you can get it at your tableside. At HH, we're known for our steak, but it's really neat to have this the Spain promo because you can come in and try something a little different and still get your prime steak.
Very nice. Now, is the tapas, can they get a happy hour on that? Or?
There's no really happy hour pricing, but we do open at 6 o'clock, and we are a great spot to come have a glass of wine, get a little bite, and get some dinner.
Delicious. Okay. Well, the next dish we're looking at is a Spanish cod, correct?
It is. Cod with piu-piu sauce. So let me get a saute pan on the stove.
Now, how long is this Rioja, Spain, Discover Rioja? How long
Rioja will go on through the end of the year.
Okay.
So it'll stop at January 1st.
Okay.
And if we have some flavors and some dishes that we really love, we might incorporate them to our menu for next year.
Oh, nice.
All right, so for this dish, we're going to get a pan nice and warm. This is going to be a non-stick.
Okay. Is that olive oil?
Yes, this is, again, just good Spanish olive oil.
Okay. Very nice cut of cod.
Oh, yeah. And in Spain, they use a lot of salted cod.
Okay.
And that's where in Rioja, there's a large fishing, a lot of fish came through that area, and salted cod was one of the most popular.
Okay.
So
now, is it cured with salt, or is it just,
so it's cured to help preserve it.
Oh, okay.
And then we're going to serve this dish with white asparagus. And white asparagus is very popular in Spain.
What makes white asparagus white?
So it's actually really interesting. When they're growing the asparagus, they will cover it with dirt and sometimes tarps, and they will never expose it to the sun. So it still grows, but it never gets its chlorophyll, so it doesn't turn green like other vegetables.
Oh, wow.
So they also can this. So the product that we're using is actually canned white asparagus.
Okay.
But in the springtime, in like Whole Foods or Fresh Market, you can get fresh white asparagus. Absolutely.
Interesting. See, I've had asparagus, but I've never had white asparagus. Now I know why.
Our pan is warmed up on us. We're going to go ahead and drop our cod in. I'm going to season it with just a little bit of salt.
You're sticking with the traditional seasoning, just salt?
Correct.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to do here is get a good sear, but I'm also going to make a sauce. So I want to get the pan good and hot now, but I'm going to cool it down later so that we can bring our sauce together.
Oh, okay, and that's for the piu-piu sauce?
Correct.
Okay. That's great.
And we're going to serve this dish with a rosé wine. It's again from Rioja, and it's a Conde Valdenar. It's a very tasty wine, but it's not something that rosés are becoming a lot more popular now, but it's not your traditional style of wine.
And is rosé the same thing as a blush wine?
Very similar.
Okay, very similar.
All right, so since I've flipped my fish, I'm going to turn our heat down just a little bit.
Okay. Now, are there certain wines that you would possibly pair with certain, like, chicken or beef or fish or?
Yeah, I guess the safe thing is if it's beef, we're going to go with a red wine. If it's chicken, poultry, generally we'll go with a white wine.
Okay.
But Pinot Noir is actually taking off a lot. I know that's not a Spanish style wine, but South Carolina actually is, outside of Oregon and California, the biggest consumer of Pinot Noir.
Oh, wow.
And that can a lot of times go with fish or beef.
Right.
So I'm going to add a little bit more of this olive oil.
Okay.
And as that cod's letting juices out, it's going to incorporate with the oil. So we're going to get some really great flavors going on in there.
That's delicious. Now tell us, how can folks find you if they just want to come to HH Prime for a good meal?
So we're on the island, 23 Ocean Lane.
Okay.
We're really easy once you get here to get into. We're in the Palmetto Dunes plantation, and it's an easy drive. And I'm used to a 7-minute commute, and now my commute's about 40 minutes. But it's an absolute beautiful drive.
That morning traffic can get you a little bit.
It gets you, absolutely. So I'm going to flip our fish one more time. We've got that beautiful golden crust. I'm going to add in some sliced garlic.
Okay. Now tell everybody again your all's hours.
And I've got some crushed red pepper. We are open at 6 o'clock for dinner, and we close at 10. But we also, right across the way, we have Exo Sports Bar. That's open till midnight. Great place to grab a bite to eat, watch the game. We're actually featuring some fall promotions with some chicken wings.
Okay.
But it's not just your standard chicken wing. These are the best possible wings you can ever have. We actually cook them confit style. So we actually cook the chicken in chicken fat.
Yeah.
And essentially fry it really low and slow, and then we finish it in the hot fryer.
Oh, yum.
So our
Check
fish
that
is
one
done.
out.
Absolutely. We're gonna come over here and place our fish right on top. Serve with our toasted oil.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Absolutely.
Yum.
Turn our fire off here.
And it made a beautiful sauce.
Yeah, and it's really simple flavors that just come together.
Yeah.
Again, the richness of the fish, you've got the delicateness of the actual asparagus, you've got the heat from the peppers. It's really wonderful.
Oh, well, Chef, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
For having us in your kitchen today. We've really enjoyed the experience. We've got to see some delicious dishes of Spain. So come discover Rioja, Spain with HH Prime at the Omni Resort on Hilton Head Island. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon.